Hi, today I'm going to teach you how to take MSR notes that can increase your accuracy and reduce the amount of time that you are spending in an MSR set, especially amount of time that you are spending flipping through multiple tabs. So let's go. So the first thing is that when you're solving the MSR question, where every time you look at a tab, you're supposed to completely read the tab, completely own the data, completely internalize the data, own the data set, right? And once you are done reading that, since I'm just showing you for notes, I'm not going through the entire solution. We have a webinar coming up soon. I'm going to be doing that there. So what are we going to do here is like, let's see this tab. This tab is talking about some kind of a corporate partnership program, and they're talking about a discount structure and pricing and tax information and all of those details. So here I'm going to note the tab number and I'm going to note what this tab is going to give us. Right, so when we are solving a question, we have to find out that, okay, which tab to go to. This is going to act as a map for us. So T1, what is this giving us? This is giving us details of the discount structure. So this is going to have all of the details, including discount, group discount, pricing information. So when we want descriptive details, this is where we come. Then let's go down to the second tab. This is talking about the rate schedule. So this is where we're talking about the different room rates, the different corporate group rate, holiday rates, all of that. So I know that when I'm doing my question, if I want information about the rate, information about the value, the number of the room, this is where I'm going to come to. So this is going to give me rate values. Excuse my handwriting, it's really bad. Then let's talk about the third one, the third tab. What is it talking about? Booking number 1, Martinez Group. Booking number 2, Anderson Tech Summit. Booking number 3, Chen Get Together. So this is giving me different details of the clients and what their requirements are. So here, if we talk about T3, this is going to give me client details. So I think in this particular question, it is simple. But when you are talking about questions in which the data set is too dense or a lot of different tabs, they have very similar information, it is very important to have such notes so that you can discern between the different types of information that are there, and then you don't have to spend time wasting, where to look for. So this is what we'll do. Now, another very, very important thing here is we will make a list of rules. So one of the very common GMAT traps, especially in MSR, especially in either or questions, is that you think that everything is okay, but then there'll be one constraint that you would not have accounted for, and because of that constraint, your answer will be wrong. So what we are doing is we are front-loading our effort and we are identifying all the constraints from the very beginning so that we do not fall into this specific particular trap. Perfect. So let us look at this. So if we go through this line by line, I'm not going to do that right now again, but let's just take an example. In how this program works, it said that companies can apply for verified corporate account status, and once verified, they can book rooms at discounted rate, provided payments are processed through corporate billing channels. Now, what is this? This is a constraint. So we are going to note it down. Process through corporate billing channel. Okay. Now there's multiple constraints that you can list down, but for the sake of time, I'm just like listing down 2 or 3. The second constraint is look at pricing and tax information. It says all room rates are quoted per room, per night, before taxes and fees. So what is it? Per room, per night, before taxes, right? So this is one of the constraints that is there. Now we're going to write down all of the constraints, but now let's look at the question. So what is the question saying? Let's look at just statement 3. Chen Get Together will pay a total of $720 for 2 rooms for 2 nights. So if we had not made something like this, right, it would have been difficult to find out where is Chen Get Together, what is their information, which tab to go to, how do I figure that out? But right now it's become easier. It says Chen Get Together, so we know the first thing that we need to go to is tab 3. What are the details of the Chen Get Together? So let us go here, booking number 1 to booking number 3. This is the Chen Get Together. What does it say? It says the dates. Let us have like a separate calculation zone. Let me make it here. Let us have a separate calculation zone, right, for statement 3. And let us keep all the calculation zones separate so that we do not get confused and get an answer wrong because of that. So this says that the dates are November 28 to 30. There are 2 standard queen rooms, and there is the personal credit card. Got it. Now, the second thing that we need to know from the particular question is how much they are paying. So now, because we have made a legend, because we have made a map, we know that now we need to go to T2. So we are going to go to T2, we are going to go to the rate schedule. And we need to find the rate of standard queen. Now, do they fall under corporate rate? No. Do they fall under corporate group rate? No. Do they fall under holiday rate? Look at this. November 28 to 30. What is the holiday rate? How will we find out? We'll go to T1, which is giving us details of discount structure. And here we'll see that the pricing, seasonal pricing is from December 20 to 27, which does not fall here. Now, if we had written down this rule, we would not even have had to do this. We would have just been able to see from the rules, wait, is it falling under holiday or not? Are you seeing how important, how critical it is to make these rules? Perfect. Now, let's go back to the question. Yeah, it says a room of 720 for 2 rooms, 2 nights. We're going to the rate schedule, standard queen, so that is 180 into 4, which is 720. So do we have our answer yet? Is our answer yes? Let's wait a second. Look at the rules. What are the rules? It is per room per night before taxes. Right? This is such a small thing that can actually make us get an entire answer wrong. It is before taxes. What is the statement 3 saying? That Chen get together will pay a total of $720. Now, but in this case, they're clearly paying a total of $720 plus taxes. So is this correct? No, it is incorrect. And because we had made a list of rules, because we had mapped it out, we could identify that it is incorrect. And this is the importance of making notes in a very structured way, because that is what DI is about, right? DI is not testing your math skills, how good you are at math, how good you are at English. DI is testing how good you are at taking like a large chunk of data and putting it out in a way that you can derive insights out of it. And if you want to know more about DI, if you want to know how to solve this beast of a problem that is MSR and how to do it in the best way, we have a session coming up on November 18 where we will look at not just this but different MSR tips and tricks that can actually help us ace this. And I am somebody who went from 7 percentile when I first started my DI prep to 97 percentile in my first GMAT FE attempt. So, I'm going to share what worked for me. It is definitely not something that is internal, definitely not something that you're born with. It is something that you can cultivate. It is something that you can learn. And the path from 10 to 97 is exactly what I'm going to teach you on this webinar. So, see you there November 18 on our MSR webinar. Thank you.